You know what time it is now. We're going to dive right in to chapter 9. Now, before we do that, remember the previous chapter, Selena? Yeah, she's going to be bad news. School bully. I know the type. Malu was trying to find her people. One boy had his instrument case. One boy had dyed blue hair. So she's kind of picking out those misfits that she'll want to hang out with because she's not going to get along with Selena. Or maybe she will. You never know. The book could take an interesting turn. Chapter 9. As soon as I opened the front door after school, I wished for a secret entrance that would let me go straight to my room without having to face Mom. "I'm in the kitchen," she called out. "Come, I want to hear all about your day." I dragged my feet to the kitchen, where Mom was almost finished painting one wall a bright tangerine color. She was wearing her work around the house clothes, overalls and an old Mecca t-shirt. I don't know what that is. "You like it? I'm not going to paint the entire place, but I thought I could use a little color." "It's nice," I said, thinking no amount of paint would make me like this place. "Speaking of color," she said, "what happened to your makeup?" She asked it in a way that sounded like she'd already figured it out, but wanted to hear me say it. "Yeah, about that," I said, digging into my backpack. "Here." Mom took the sheet. A frown appeared on her face as she read it. "What did I tell you? First day and you have a strike against you." "It's not a strike, Mom," I said. "It's a warning. Anyway, at least my underwear wasn't showing like another kid who got called into the auditorium." "Pen," Mom said and held out her hand. "Let's try for less punk rocker and more senorita from now on." "Can I be both?" I asked. She gave me her "I'm not joking" look and handed me the signed paper. "Don't make me go through your clothes and throw out all those holy pants and shoes," she threatened. "Fine," I said. "I'm going to call Dad. I promised I'd call him as soon as I got home." "Wait, did you make any friends?" she asked. She looked so hopeful. Sometimes I wonder if Mom even knows me. "Not really." "Not really, no?" Or "Not really, yes, but you don't want to tell me." Not really, I said. "How about Jose? Did you find out who he is?" "I was too busy trying to survive, Mom." "Okay, don't tell me anything," Mom said, turning back to her painting. But I knew she wouldn't give up that easily. I opened the refrigerator and grabbed a cheese stick. "I was reading a little bit about your school's namesake today," Mom said. "Did you learn anything about Jose Guadalupe Posada yet?" "Only that he was a pretty sharp dresser," I said. "I'm also guessing he was a very serious man." "What in the world are you talking about?" "There's a portrait of him in the hallway near the office," I said, and bit into my cheese stick. "Cute," Mom said. "You might actually be interested in him. He was known for his political cartoons." "Cartoons? Cool." "And his calaveras," Mom went on. "What's a calavera?" I asked. "They're skulls or skeletons," she explained, "like the ones that are up at the Calaca," which, by the way, means, "Wow, Mom, how did you know?" I asked. "What? About Posada?" "No," I said. That what I really needed after a long day at school was another history lesson." "You're such a smart aleck," Mom said. "Anyway, he's an important figure in American history, or Mexican history, excuse me. It's important to know your history, Malu." "Your history," I said. "I'm only half Mexican." The conversation made me think of Selena, another thing I didn't want to do after a long day at school. "Our history," Mom repeated. "Okay, super Mexican." I pictured Mom flying through the air with a rebozo cape billowing behind her and stifled a giggle. "What's so funny?" "Nothing," I said, but I had just got an idea for a zine. "I'll make some pasta for dinner as soon as I finish this," Mom said. "Unless you want to help?" "Sorry, I gotta call Dad," I said, "plus tons of homework." "On the first day? Very strange." "You wouldn't believe it," I said, backing away. "Tell your dad I said hello." I slipped out of the kitchen before Mom could stick a paintbrush in my hand. In my room, I threw myself on the bed and called Dad. The worry dolls were scattered everywhere, so I collected them and lined them up again neatly under my pillow. As I told Dad about being sent to the auditorium, about Selena making me feel like a freak, my insides clenched. I feel weird to say her name out loud to Dad, like I was opening a door and letting Selena into my world, and I didn't want that at all. After I hung up, I grabbed Dad's Walkman and hit play on his mix. As the bouncy poppy punk song filled my head, my insides relaxed and expanded. I couldn't deal with the even-numbered problems that awaited me on pages 9 and 10 of my algebra. I couldn't deal with the even-numbered problems that awaited me on pages 9 and 10 of my algebra book, so I pulled out my zine supplies instead. Super Mexican. My mom, the superhero kind of. She's made another zine. We all know that most moms have superpowers, right? Like the ability to figure out who ate the last of the chips and left the empty bag in the cabinet. Wasn't me. Or the power to know that you had a hard time getting out of bed because you were playing games on your phone way past your bedtime. My mom has those powers and more because she isn't just any mom, she's super Mexican. It's got a picture of her mom eating a pepper. This pepper burns so good, and it has burning red face, sweating, crying jalapeno tears. Super Mexican is easy to spot. Unlike Clark Kent, she doesn't hide her real identity. Wearing a shirt saying Hecho en Mexico, that means made in Mexico. Rebozo doubles as a cape. A hoopty, take one guess how I even know what this is called. It's got silly superpowers. She absorbs everything she can about Mexico and Mexicans in the United States. She's like an encyclopedia. This is your people's music. Come listen. Coatlicue was an Aztec goddess who wore a skirt made of snakes. Cool, right? Let me tell you what Cinco de Mayo really is. What's annoying is that she expects me to be like her and care too. But her superpowers aren't all annoying. For example, she knows about a lot of authors and can recommend good books. When she makes Mexican food, she knows how to make it without cilantro or hot peppers. Tamales. She planned a trip to Detroit just so we could see the Frida and Diego exhibit at the art museum. Super Mexican can be okay sometimes. Rebozo power. Dad says that every superhero has an origin story. You know, the story of how they became superheroes. Like Peter Parker was bitten by a radioactive spider and became Spider-Man. Makes me wonder what bug bit my mom and turned her into who she is. The thing I don't understand is why Mom cares so much. She isn't even Mexican. Abuelo and Abuelo are, but Mom was born in California. California used to be part of Mexico, though. Does that count? Sometimes I feel like Mom doesn't understand me, but I guess I don't really understand her either. The end. Have you ever heard of the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo? Well, let me tell you all about it. I think she loves her mom, and I'm sure you guys feel this way sometimes, that your parents don't understand you. It's only going to get a little worse as you get older. My parents and I always got along, though, I think. Bit of a rebellious phase when I was about Malu's age. All right, guys, check what we have to do to respond to these prompts.